Welcome back to the Paddock Race fans here at F1 America. Thank you guys for joining us today. We are looking at the Spanish Grand Prix race results. Guys, it really was no surprise that the race had so many overtakes. They've adjusted the track to create that scenario. They've adjusted the cars to create that scenario. And due to qualifying, we had a lot of top cars in the bottom, a lot of midfield cars in the top, and really it allowed for a lot of on-track excitement for this race. Super thrilling to watch. If you guys can check the replay, if you haven't seen it, definitely check the replay. Thank you again for supporting our channel here on F1 America and continuing to help us strive to be your top American ambassadors for Formula One. We love this sport. We love bringing you the news. So let's talk about the top performers. The big news for the race would be, obviously Max Verstappen taking the win, led lap 1 all the way to the end. Really no contest. He started on the mediums where Carlos Sainz started in second, and he was on the softs. He had a short run down to, turn 1, and that was about it. From he wasn't able to make any moves stick. Max continued, the lead, and then just progressed his demanding lead over the rest of the field. So who got second, third? That was a little bit more of the mix-up. We know that there's a lot of teams bringing huge upgrades. One of those teams being Mercedes, changing the side pods, changing the wings, a lot of stuff going on for them. We knew they brought the upgrades to Monaco, but we really weren't able to see it shine. We knew that we weren't going to be able to see it shine. They happened to get a double podium, both Lewis in second and George in third. Guys, for me as a fan, that was really exciting to see them, be able to try and, reach there. They're obviously miles apart from Red Bull still. And to be honest, this is a track that suits them. It suited them, even well last year where they had a terrible car. So I'm not going to get my hopes up. It's definitely a lot of racing left. And again, this track suits them and their style a little bit better. So it's not going to give us a full idea of what these upgrades are. We're not going to know for maybe another couple races. Yeah, but still nonetheless exciting to see them battling and fighting up there again and towards the front. Lewis Hamilton getting driver of the day and also getting fastest lap, so that's exciting. George Russell having 9 passes. He ends up on the podium third, going from 12th all the way to third. Great drive, really solid drive, solid strategy. It was funny. At one point, he thought that maybe it was raining. Really, it was just sweat coming down from his head into his visor, and yeah, it was funny little radio transmission to see. Other good drives. Sergio had a really good recovery from starting in 11th and ending up in 4th. Ferrari, man, they just kind of botched the strategy again with Carlos Sainz. Just not really sure what's going on with the team. They changed team principals, hoping that would help. It's not really seeming to make a huge difference. I know we covered a couple weeks ago how we thought maybe it was the drivers and not the strategy. I think this weekend it really was potentially both. I don't know. Leclerc is pretty sure there was a problem with the car in qualifying. Well, he ends up starting from the pit lane, and he makes a good recovery to get 11th, still out of the points. Not really sure what their future is, honestly going. Hopefully they can start to get a little bit better strategy and things going on. Carlos still ends up getting 5th, so it's not terrible, but starting from 2nd, still having a fast car and getting 5th. I think they botched his strategy. Just my take. Yeah, not too sure what's going on with the team. Hopefully they get things settled in. The other big result is a huge penalty for Yuki Tsunoda, a 5 second penalty. against Joe Guan Yu for driving him off the track. You guys will have to take a look at that clip. It really was not. It in my opinion, I think a lot of the fans, even the commentators, everybody thinks it was pretty harsh penalty. Didn't really think it was worth it. I don't think it the penalty really should have been given. Definitely go check that out. He makes a late move, but it was his turn. Joe really wasn't wasn't even alongside him at that point. Yeah, I think Joe should have backed out a little bit more, and not blaming him. I just don't think, no huge accident or anything happened. They didn't end up touching. I think it just let it be racing. That's my opinion. Clearly the stewards saw it differently, but yeah, nonetheless, it was exciting. A lot of moves being made, a lot of overtakes being made. As far as the sport's concerned, I think that we're seeing a big progression forward as far as more teams battling and having that on track. Another, I guess, thing to mention is the teamwork inside of Aston Martin. We talked about it with Fernando Alonso giving a lot of like braking suggestions and things to Lance. So not sure what's going on there. Alonso, which we all know, even now as past Alonso, really aggressive, really always trying to fight for position in competition. So seeing him take a little bit of a step back and not looking to challenge Lance into that next position. So I don't know. Maybe he knew he was too far behind to really take the Carlos Sainz, the fight to him. So maybe it was just a good team call there as far as, not fighting and having anything potential happen. I don't know. Kind of interesting to see. So Lance ends up finishing 6th and Alonso finishing 7th. I think it was cool teamwork. If you ask me, it starts to elevate Alonso in my opinion, just being more of that team role. I still want him to be aggressive and want to fight, right? Like we like to see that from Alonso. But yeah, cool being able to see that there's multiple roles and knowing when to attack and push and when to just be okay, like, allowing the team to continue moving forward. Not sure if it has anything to do with Lance Stroll's dad owning the team and trying to keep in good graces, and most likely this is going to be Alonso's last team that he's with, so maybe he's really trying to keep that team structure and have a little bit longer longevity career with that team. Don't know, a lot of things to break down. We'll see in the rest of the season how things shake up, but nonetheless, Alonso's having a fantastic season. This is his worst points finish all year. Second time he hasn't been on the podium. So yeah, guys, he's still doing really well. He's 3rd in the championship overall. Lewis is, closing in, but not quite there. So we'll go ahead and throw up the rest of the race results here. Here's your top 10. Again, Max, Lewis, George, Sergio. Then we got Carlos, Lance Stroll, Alonso, Ocon, Joe Guan Yu, and Pierre Gasly, rounding out the top 10. We'll throw up the rest of the race results for you guys to take a look. Altogether, guys, really thrilling. The season is really off to a good start, even having, Monaco last weekend, which normally isn't a huge spectacle to watch. It just had a lot more excitement this year, so that was awesome. Barcelona again this weekend, just a really good race, lots of overtaking. So we'll go ahead and show the season overall for the points of the drivers, and we'll also show the points of the teams, the constructor standings. Things are tightening up. The race for Max is kind of breaking that lead over Sergio, so we'll see if Sergio can make anything coming up in the next few races, or if we're starting to see the demise of his role at Red Bull, we'll start to see. Maybe it's time to throw in Danny Rick for all of us fan favorites and, see if he starts to perform. Red Bull obviously running away with the title. But now we have Mercedes coming in, battling Aston Martin for second place. So it's shaking up, guys. It's exciting. We're still, having a good result for Alpine. They're starting to climb up too. Guys, it's shaken up to be just a fantastic middle part of the season. We're going to be, there's a week off this week. So the next race is not until the Canadian Grand Prix on June 16th through the 18th. So we'll be, covering that, obviously. We will have another big show. We'll get Tristan back in the studio. We'll do another big show together just to catch up and, chat about what's been going on. We missed one after Monaco, so we'll definitely do one now, especially with that week off, give you guys some more content to watch. So yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe, get our notifications so that when those videos drop. Again, we love you guys. We send you all of our gratefulness for supporting our channel, and we will see you guys in the next video.